Get all the burps and the farts and all the stuff out of there.
No, you have to do all the ball exercises. You have to go like lion face, lemon face, lion face,
lemon face, ooh.
Your attention, please.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here we go! How do you do? Mighty pleasant dream.
When hinges creak in doorless chambers.
Space Mountain!
Yo-ho, yo-ho.
This here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Episode 30.
It's been so long. So, the first time that the four of us have been together in the same room since when was that?
You saw it right now, right?
December 4th.
January. No,
It was like 3 months ago. It says 3
no,
months ago.
all four of us.
Yes.
Yeah. Adventure Markets, City of Riverside. That's the last time we were all together, guys.
That's been a while. And then you guys filmed an episode without me,
you.
but
you were sick.
I was sick.
You jumped in.
And you were sick?
Had family thing.
Did a family thing.
Yeah, I had a family thing.
Yeah, your uncle. I remember that. And then we haven't recorded since then.
Yeah, we've been in a short hiatus. Yeah, people at work have been asking me like, "Hey, when's the next episode?"
Well, here it is, Ulysses.
Shout out Ulysses.
Shout out number one, guys. Welcome back to the Mousetopia podcast, guys. Really appreciate you guys coming back. Quick introductions again. We'll start at the very end. She is back. The director behind the camera, but this time in the front of the camera, Director Isabel. So you introduce this guy.
We have Variant E. And next to E, his muscles.
Oh my God,
Variant E's
his muscles.
I'm wearing my pump cover right now, so I can't really see it right now.
Could we have some more Variant E with your muscles, please?
Yeah. Just picture off.
Yeah. Next to my left, of course, I'm on the farthest right. It's a Mario.
Hello.
Jedi Master. Jonas.
What's this Star Wars bullshit? Nah, it's all about Mario. God damn it. We'll explain why I'm dressed like this later, and you know.
And then you guys could.
And Tony.
I'm gonna introduce myself.
El Capitan, Teardrop Tony.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. I'm so happy.
All right, I gotta take off these gloves because I know that for the rest of it, you'll hear it like ruffling if I do.
So really quick, guys, I want to thank Jonas for hosting us really quick, and then Eric too, because Jonas made us some IKEA Swedish meatballs. Handmade it.
I took some Swedish cows and slaughtered them this morning. If it seems like it's a little secret, I didn't think it was that big a secret, but IKEA has good food.
They do,
and they have a food court there. Of course, you get meatballs and like fucking fish with dill on it. And then
I used to go for the $1 hot dog.
$1 hot dogs or the $1 pizzas. They have this other thing called a veggie hot dog, which is so good. It's just a veggie hot dog with pickled like radish and sweet mustard on it.
Ooh, I never had that yet.
Onion crispies on it. But then I just bought a bag of the frozen meatballs and a packet of the cream sauce. I got some peas and I got some instant mashed potato. That's all I did. Eric got some good old Church's chicken.
Heck yeah, Church's chicken was so
I haven't
good.
had Church's chicken longest time.
The hood chicken.
That's what I'm saying. You stole my joke. I was about to go. I used to live in Norwalk. Barrio Norwalk. VNWK.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna get a shot.
What'd you say, fool?
But there's a Church's chicken right down the street, and then I used to eat it like all the time. And then we moved to the suburbs. We moved to Walnut, and I was like, "Where's the Church's chicken?" And then I discovered, oh, it's in Pomona. And I was like, "Oh, I get it."
Literally is it on Holt or on this shit? Holt, right? It's on Holt. Yeah, that place. Yeah, I still go to that place though.
We had a little feast with my wife before we started this.
Shout outs to Swanee.
Swanee hooked
it's so good, and then it's in a haunted mansion glass.
That was my Christmas gift. And we're here.
We're here. So good.
Unlike the last couple pods, it's back to basics.
Pretty much. We don't have a different perspective.
No different perspective. The core four. I'm glad Isabel's in front of the camera.
I know, she's always behind it.
Yeah.
He's all quiet. She's like, I don't know what to say.
We'll give a shout out to our more recent guests. First off, Adriana. Shout out to Adriana. And Kat.
Yes.
And Ivan.
Yes.
You guys just went to their last adventure markets.
We did their birthday celebration that we talked about on that podcast. It was so much fun, and shout outs to them. They got more than 2,000 RSVPs. It happened to be probably way more than that showed up for the actual event.
I always saw footage, and it was like every aisle was clogged.
So we were all busy that day. We didn't show up to that afternoon. It was also time change and everything like that. And I was running late. Yes, I was. But I'll take the blame.
Really? Oh, shit.
I was on Filipino time.
He's honorary Filipino.
Yeah, honorary Filipino.
Yeah.
Hang out with us.
Yeah, you hanging out.
So we got to the event at 3:00. And literally, it is still banging back to back. All the walkways were all full. You know that.
So you're saying that it's a birthday event? What does that mean exactly? Is it their
So it's their 1 year anniversary. Their 1 year birthday. They're calling it a birthday anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Tangled theme. Were they the same sellers, or they had?
You know, they had some. I've seen some different people. Seaford Soap was there.
Shout out to Liz.
Shout out to Sarah from Enchanted Patches. They were blowing it up. They had a line.
Was that with the little girls?
Yeah, little girl. They gave us the patch, the Black Panther patch.
Yeah.
So they had a line since, like, from what I heard, since they got there to the last person.
Did they have like special patches?
We don't know. I know they have the 100 anniversary patch. We just couldn't even get in.
All along the gate, and we're like, is that for something
else?
else?
Is that patches? Yeah, and it was Enchanted Patches. That's cool. They were just, and then a lot of more food vendors this time. Like I said, Eric got some cookies that day.
That was some good beer. Yeah.
What else do you guys
I got those keto cookies ready.
He's just being an asshole right now because he bought some cookies and I was in this whole keto phase thing, and he's all like, "Oh, I feel so bad for buying cookies." And I was like, "Eat it in front of you."
Yeah, they told a story about Eric gave one to Isabel and they brought it home, and then Isabel took it. And then Teardrop was like, "Where's that cookie?
Where's the cookie at?"
She was being nice.
No, she was, because she gave me some cookie that day, but Eric gave her 2 cookies. I got a piece.
One cookie.
What was the one that we had? Didn't he give me? Oh, he gave me a piece. He gave me a piece.
So I was being a nice friend when he asked for he said he wanted a little piece.
Just a little one.
Just a little piece.
And I did. That's all it took. No. The first one.
The first one was like a tiny little piece.
It's
enough to just go. All right, so
what an asshole.
I'm being a good friend.
I'm a psychiatric nurse, and I'm trying to be a psych NP. I know what that one little piece does to your brain. You take it, and then the dopamine is immediately released, and there it is, right there. That's
go.
So that's what you're doing for me, huh? That's what you're doing for me.
I'm microdosing.
I'm 2 weeks sober, guys. 2 weeks cookie sober.
All right, but where are we on that? So we were discussing a little bit about your plan next on your fitness journey.
So, so for a lot of you guys that we talked about it recently, we just got it. I mean, so let's just all the horns and everything. We're going to Walt Disney World in October.
Not me.
I wish he was going with us. But you're going still though this year, aren't you?
That's the plan, but then I don't know.
Because your family, right? You're doing something with your family?
Did your family come with us?
Yeah, I know.
No, because if I was going to go this year, it was going to be in celebration of me getting my bachelor's. So I'm supposed to be finished up with my bachelor's degree sometime in the summer.
Right.
But then I don't know if I'll have it in me money wise. We're still paying off.
Right. Yeah, I know.
I mean, all right. The last when we went to Disney World, thankfully, like we stayed with her parents' timeshare, so we stayed a lot there. But right before that, we had that Paris trip.
That's true.
And we're still paying off that Paris trip. I'm not even kidding. Like, we have it on our credit cards. Every paycheck, I Zelle Swanee money to pay so she could pay her credit card that she put on, where it's like Paris payment 2 of 25.
Oh my
25,
god, yeah.
25.
Trying to make sure it's all gone.
So if we got to that 25th payment by then, and I'm graduated, then maybe I'll make something happen. But
Okay.
I'm willing to wait.
Yeah, and that's like we were hoping, like, oh man, that'd be so cool if I mean, you and your family could join us, because I know it's gonna be a group of us that are gonna go.
But the whole point is that you want to make sure by then
That I could actually do it. You know, I could take full advantage of the whole ride. I mean, honestly, all the rides are completely different over there. Why am I going to make such a big investment into something that I'm not even going to be able to partake in? So I have to do some kind of not only is just a journey for myself, but just like even Disney, like right now, I can't take it to like full effect the way I want to take it, you know. And when I had originally lost those first 60, 70 pounds of keto, it did help. You know, but then it is something that's hard to just manage and to you know, with everything, you know, it's just so hard to just kind of like stay away from some of the goods that you like. I wouldn't be able to have a glass of wine right now, you know what I mean? Like, it's tough. So I'm taking that. So I am taking a jump. I am hopefully going to be getting. I'm not saying hopefully. I am getting a personal trainer to help me. Personal trainer.
And
so I'm excited. I'm nervous. I mean, I haven't been pushed to the limit since high school and college, but I'm excited.
yeah, we were talking about how he was in football for 6 years. And football, he was fluffy, but he was fit fluffy.
Right, fit fluffy.
Yeah, and then maybe it was just because you had the coach, you know, really drive.
Oh, of course.
Come on.
Of course. And then going to the gym just recently was different for me, because it's like, yeah, I'm going to the gym, but it's like, am I doing the right thing to lose the weight? Because when you play high school, you know, in high school and college ball, it's like you're trying to bulk up. You're trying to get bigger than the other guy. I'm already a big guy. I'm trying to lose the weight. I'm trying to, I guess, gain stamina and lose the weight and feel more comfortable in my shoes when I'm walking around.
And I want to say, of course, it's for the health benefits and all that.
Right.
Honestly, it's as much as you love Disney.
Right.
To fully take advantage of every part of Disney. And you look at your trip to Florida as not just motivation to ride that ride, but like, I'm putting a lot of money into this.
Yeah, there's a lot of money into it.
You know that personal trainers help. You
Yeah, and I was gonna say that I've been trying to push him to work out.
Oh, shout out to Daniel Bernal.
Yeah, Daniel Bernal. Yeah.
Why do I know your
Yeah, because I always post about him.
Because every time he puts like some thirst trap post of him in the mirror,
I know. Right? And his muscles are all glistening.
He always hashtags Daniel
Bernal at the bottom, yeah. Shout out to Daniel.
So, one of our coworkers too, Saul, he got a trainer.
Yeah,
And he
shout out
told me-
Saul. Bricked up boys.
Bricked up boys.
Shout out. And I'd like to think that, you know, it did play a part of you, like, actually hiring a trainer.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest. I mean,
I've been trying to advocate for you, like, you know, getting a trainer.
Right.
You know?
And Eric would always be like, hey, come to work out with me. And it's like, I want to, but it's like, I feel like, you know, like now, I mean, I'm not old, but I know that I feel old because my knees are always popping. I mean, literally, I'm embarrassed at work sometimes when I'm just standing there and I'm just turned, like, my knees like pop. It's like, oh shit, did I break something or what the hell? People are looking around like, did something break? It's my knee.
Did you ever throw your back out while coughing the wrong way?
No, not yet.
I was just telling Director Isabel that I fucking threw my back out because I coughed too hard. Then for a week I was like, oh shit.
So I do have.
I wasn't working out.
I don't know if you remember what happened to me like about a year or two ago. Do you remember what happened with my back? Like that was before I started working out.
You're a younger man than us. But what did you do? What did you do?
I reached over and grabbed a safe bag.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, I reached over and grabbed a safe bag, lifted it up.
Was it in the safe?
Well, it was in the safe.
But it was the way he grabbed, the way he kind of went down and grabbed it.
Weighed less than this can of soda right here. And I just picked it up and I felt something popped in my back. And I swear I could
for the
not stand
uninitiated,
straight.
a safe bag is the patient's belongings bag.
Yeah.
And we keep it in a safe in front of our
By the
units,
nurse's station.
but
Yeah.
it's on the floor.
Yeah.
So did you reach down the wrong way?
I reached down the wrong way, and I believe our boss, I'm not going to mention her name, but our boss said hi to me, and I looked, and I turned.
The way he turned.
By the way I turned, I heard something pop, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst pain I've ever been in my life. Yeah.
So you wanted to take a disc or something? I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know what it was.
It would have been long reaching. But was that part of the motivation for you to get a trainer and start working out?
That's part of it. Yeah, that's a huge part of it. And like he talked about, like the aches and pains, you know, because I'm no longer.
And then one of the biggest motivators, I think, is our ancestors too. because you were telling me how bad Filipinos are when it comes to somebody gaining weight, and I know the same thing with Mexicans, dude. You know, like pinche gordo. You know, like this guy. You know, like they'll always talk shit.
For like how Jonas says it, for those uninitiated, if you're Filipino and you have a Filipino relative or a friend who hasn't seen you for a long ass time, I'm talking about decades, the first thing that they're gonna ask you is it's not how you're doing, it's, hey, you're fat now. How come you're fat now?
Yeah.
On the other end, if you're not fat, it's you're so skinny or you're on drugs.
Yeah, so it's the other way around.
I'd be like, yeah, but
But look at me.
Right. Whoa, back to embarrassing injuries. Isabel told me that her finger hurts because she was folding her clothes.
What happened?
I was folding laundry, and I was like, oh, there's it's like pain. Like, I'm like, oh, I must have arthritis or something. And then today I texted Tony saying, I don't know why, but like I'm typing away at work and then my thumb's like throbbing and I'm like, this isn't normal. And he was like, oh, well, welcome to your mid-30s. You're getting old.
I told him, welcome to my world.
At least I could say I coughed really hard.
You know what? I do know some trainers. I think you should get a trainer. Maybe the pain will go away.
You know why? Because Tony had me working to the bone, folding clothes.
Yeah. But part of it was your clothes. You washed your clothes with mine.
That's just good wifey.
Yeah, that's a good wifey material. But she
So,
washed my
of all
clothes.
the great things I've heard about Miss Isabel, before you're official and now and during, I'm like, all right, and she folds clothes too?
Yeah.
Until her fucking hand falls off? Yeah. With Swanee, I famously hate folding clothes. But then, like, days I'm off, I have one day off at work, I'll wash the clothes, I'll make a half-hearted attempt to fold my clothes.
Right.
And it's one of the reasons why we're recording here instead of the Adventureland room.
Yeah.
Because the Adventureland room, the couch.
That's the laundry room.
They're covered with all of our unfolded clothes. So again, keeper. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's definitely a keeping status right there. Though, 'cause, I mean, I never asked her to fold my clothes, but thank you for folding my clothes and injuring your finger on that.
Your
in that
text
case.
message otherwise was like, you're not done folding clothes yet.
You know why? Because, okay, I didn't say that. This is what happened. So, she calls me, every time she talks about my age, right? Because there's a little bit of an age difference between her and I. There's 9 years between her and I.
Is that 9?
9.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's not mid-30s then. You're 40. You're turning 42.
I'm gonna turn 42. She just turned 32.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's still early 30s. Then.
She's still early 30s.
He said mid-30s. He's mid-30s.
I'm
He's mid-30s.
Yeah.
So every time she makes a joke about my age, she always says, "So how was it?" So every time we talk about my age,
Oh, do you want me to say it?
When you were going through puberty, she was still in diapers.
Can you make it even grosser? Oh my!
Well, he made a comment one time. He was like, "Oh yeah, I graduated in like 99," and I was like, "I was only 8 or 9."
And I'm like,
Me and my
I was like, get out! I was like, get out! I don't want this no more.
Nah, what you're doing is you're doing the right thing, man. I only got 1 year of me and Swanee. Oh, hey, on that though, shout out to Ivy.
Ivy?
My last girlfriend before Swanee, she was 5 years older than me.
Okay.
And when you're going in that direction where you're dating an older woman, it feels like 15 years.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the idea has always been, and I don't want to sound like a shitty man, we're already canceled, who cares? But like, men are immature and women are more mature. So
Right.
then an age gap of that distance is granted.
Right.
There's nothing crazy like fucking, what is it? I was just thinking about, what's his name? Michael Douglas?
Yeah.
Catherine Zeta-Jones. And they're like 30 years difference.
Yeah.
So you're not that.
I'm not
I just saw a meme today, or not a meme. It was someone made a birthday cake for their friend's 25th birthday.
Uh-huh.
And then they used like one of those print the image on the cake, and it was a shot of Leonardo DiCaprio looking all like disappointed, and then the caption was like, "Oh no, you turned 25." Leonardo DiCaprio, he's like famous for old.
Yeah, for
Infamously known for dating only 25 and younger.
And he's breaking them up, or he breaks up with them after 25.
Wrestling.
Oh my god. Play ball!
right, so and back to
my story.
Back to Disney. All right, so Disney World, you can get fit for Disney World.
Yeah, get fit for Disney World.
So
Tony.
you're going for his next birthday.
So there's a lot of birthdays. Shout out to Mike, she's turning 50.
That's a huge milestone.
Yeah, it's a big milestone. So and she's young at heart. She doesn't even look her age. She does not look 50. She's ready to celebrate her birthday big.
Safe bags.
She can do it. She can do it without hurting her back, Eric. So she's ready to go. She's the one that started planning the whole thing and told me about it. My birthday again is also in October 12th.
Yeah.
Eric's birthday is October 19th. Her birthday is actually October 19th as well. So it's kind of cool. My cousin's birthday is also 19th.
It's not really.
My Nina, which is her mom, is October 20. So there's like 4 birthdays already being celebrated. So a lot of us are just going to go out there to celebrate our birthdays. So we're going to be out there a whole week. From Thursday to Thursday, I will be vlogging it the whole time we're out there.
Yeah.
Every single park we go to, I'm going to be vlogging, telling you guys about it. And then, of course, it's probably putting up in a big old bow for you guys at the very end and be like, this is what I think about Walt Disney World compared to Disneyland. So I'll tell you guys all about that.
He's gonna tell you all about it, even the best places to poop at Disney World.
I've said this before, but speaking on that, the best place to poop at are Disneyland.
Yes.
I'm curious.
You don't know this?
I don't.
The bathrooms at the Enchanted Room. They're super clean. They're quiet. They're only single stalls. There are 2 private bathrooms right next to the entrance of the Enchanted Tiki Room.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever been there.
Well, you're gonna go from now on.
There's
If you
another-
don't wanna go anywhere else. It's perfect. They're always.
Have you used the restrooms that are on the pirate layer in the middle?
No, there's bathrooms on the island.
On the island.
No way. No.
They're single stalled. They're single stalled. The door closes. You lock the door. They're single
I've
stalled.
had the thought of being on the island and like, oh, we have to leave soon because I have to take a piss. I didn't know there was bathrooms.
Oh yeah, it's single stall.
All right.
And they're clean.
Well, yeah, but I'm
And actually, the other day,
Enchanted Tiki Room. The end.
do you really want to?
Go right in and see a nice show. I want to. I'm going to.
I've been thinking shit even do it.
If I see, right, here's how I'll know that people listen to our podcast. If the next time we go to Disneyland, for some reason there's a line at the Enchanted Room, I'm like, fuck.
Damn it, you ruined it. That was my spot.
How about, okay, so that's future Disney. Recently, a couple things happened. You guys went to Sweetheart Night since the last record.
Yeah, so we went to Sweethearts tonight. Tell us about your experience at Sweetheart
I
Night.
had a lot of fun.
Well, let's what's Sweetheart Night?
So Sweethearts Night is well, in the last couple of years, Disney has special events at night. You've seen Jonas and I at one before. Actually, Eric was one hardly there.
He didn't have the.
He didn't have it. He had a Spider-Man mask.
Nerd.
What a nerd!
Yeah.
Was that Sweethearts Night?
Well, the one that
No, that was Star Wars night. That was Star Wars night.
Oh, like,
but I was
wait a
saying like,
minute.
it was one of those nights. So it was one of those. So Disneyland has a lot of different events like Star Wars night, like Sweethearts night, and then coming up right now, we actually have plans to go to Throwback night. Where luckily we're not city parties. We're not going to be going on the same day that
we're not going. And it was there were tickets for the day. You guys are going on the 19th.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going 20th. I'm sorry, you're going on 20th. We're going on the 18th.
Yeah.
It was pure logistics because that's
she
the day
works
my wife,
right.
Yeah, she was working, and I didn't want her to keep her up the whole night and then have her go to work next day. I have no problem doing that. And I don't know. I mean, we're probably not going to push it, but how long did Sweetheart Night go to?
It went till
ended until
1 in the morning. Yeah, because
1 a.m.
they stopped the event at 1, but then people are slowly funneling out. People are still taking pictures because the castle had projections on it. So for Sweethearts Night,
I like seeing you guys with Snow White at the fountain. I was like, that's so.
That was the best event. So I'll just make a little quick run through. We got there at 9, and the harder part was trying to get there because you can actually get there at 6 o'clock to get in there, try to take advantage of it. Yeah. But we didn't there until exactly.
Who don't have.
Hang out with this guy.
Kick him away.
Kick him out.
I know.
Get your fucking ticket, bitch. So then,
I remember like last time we went in that like special event thing. I got there a little bit early. You guys were supposed to be there early. That way you guys could hang out with me.
We were supposed
but then
I had work.
You know what? Your excuse. Your excuse.
I was changing into my Star Wars gear.
What's your excuse?
I was changing into my Star Wars gear too. I was,
but you didn't have work that day.
But still, I was busy that day. I was waiting for Jonas.
Yeah.
Jonas had a special goggles for me.
Oh, well, this
I only got to hang out with you
my
guys for like an
ensemble.
hour.
Yeah, but then it starts at 6, or you can get
Yeah,
there
you get there
It
at
starts
6.
9.
Start kicking everybody at 8. Starts at 9. We got there at 9. So I think pros and cons. Pros, it is a really cool event. Everything is themed around Sweethearts Nights. You know, flowers, hearts,
Famous Disney
music,
couple,
famous Disney
photo
couples
ops,
run around.
right? There was there like a swing dancing thing?
So they have this thing called the Royal Ball.
Yeah.
The Royal Ball is right by the by Small World, and it's in that little walkway that towards Small World. And they're called the Aristocats of
Shout out to Shout Cats.
or Yettingham,
Yeah.
which is the Fat Cat Swingers.
Yeah.
So they're actually responsible. Shout out to Marco. Shout out to Mark. So the cool thing is they start playing, and then all of a sudden, like, you see Marco kind of like getting like, you know, spiffy, and he's all like, you know, we want to introduce you to the welcome to the Royal Ball. You know, the first we're gonna have, you know, and he starts presenting all like the couples, the Disney couples. So it was
they come out.
they come out one at a
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
yeah. So first, so they open up.
So
and-
you're like dancing with, you know,
Yeah, the
Ariel
Royal
right
Yeah,
Ball.
so it was
Yeah.
Ariel and
Right next to
Eric.
you.
Ariel and Eric, and then it was Rapunzel and Flynn Rider.
Actually, I didn't see them. There were people that were dressed like them
No,
there.
they were there.
Oh,
They're in the video.
Yeah,
They're-
I didn't see them.
You didn't watch the video?
You haven't, I thought you didn't post the video.
I
yet.
posted the video on
The
that
separate
one.
video?
Yeah,
It was
it's not
Aladdin
not-
and Jasmine. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, it's according to them, it's hosted by Aladdin
Yeah.
and Jasmine,
That's so cute.
Prince Ali and whatever. So it's cool. So they start dancing first. After the first dance, the first song, then they dance with everybody else. So the kids, everybody starts to dance with them and stuff like that. Oh, the Wicked Stepsisters came out from Cinderella, so they started dancing with like Ariel, and like they're dancing with all these people. They're trying to dance with the guys. Like, are you a prince?
So let me ask you this. All right. For the other events, of course, it's encourage families.
Right.
Like the Halloween events, of course, there's kids everywhere. And for Star Wars Night, there's kids everywhere. Was there bereft of children? It was just all older
There was
adults?
not that many children.
See, that's why I fucked up.
Yeah,
Because I
it was a
like-
lot more
I
couples. There's a
I
lot
love
more couple
kids,
things.
But then, like if we're talking about the benefits of those nighttime events, is not just the crowd is gone, but no strollers, no
Right.
kids.
Yeah.
There was no strollers, no kids. There was one of the kids. I think it was because probably it was a married couple. They brought their daughter, so of
that's
course,
fine,
yeah. But it wasn't like there was not a bunch of strollers everywhere.
So-
Not at all.
Throwback Night is coming up,
Excuse me.
April, and it's throwback. It's supposed to be post 1955. You're encouraged to dress in retro clothes. I got my outfit.
Right.
I showed people at work, and then he came to look at it. I was like, nope, it's spoiler alert. But I have an idea. Do you have an idea what you guys are going to wear?
I have a lot of different because this is the thing. That week is going to be a tough week for us.
Yeah, that's
Not only do we
Dapper
have
Days
Dapper, we have that
prior
Dapper Day
Sunday.
the weekend before.
Yeah.
And then we have that the weekend after. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of ideas. I have this really great idea for Dapper Day that I still might wear for throwback.
You could, because you could double up. Because if you get like a nice 40s style suit with like the big, like, what is it, like double breasted.
But then we have a third event.
Oh, I forgot about that
The
one.
third event. So, and I'm going to see if you guys want to go. It's on a Sunday night in April.
Well, remember, any nights I'm good. You
Okay.
know, 'cause as long
Sunday
as
night
after
in
3
April,
p.m.
but you got to dress up though. This place in downtown LA called how do you pronounce it? No, it's not Cicada. It's
The sidecar?
Cicada.
Cicada? The cicada?
Cicada Club.
Okay.
Old
That's
1920s Art Deco ballroom.
That's cool.
They play every Sunday. They have a big band
That's cool.
that plays there.
I already know if I were to go to that, what I would wear. Because Swanee had a Great Gatsby 30th birthday party.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. So that'd be perfect for you guys to wear. So guess who's headlining? Well, the Fat Cat Swingers.
Shout Cat!
Shout Cat! So I told her she
cool.
wanted to go. She said yes. I was thinking, dang, that means that
We
I
have
need something
3
for the
outfits.
16th, something for the 20th, and I think it's what day? The 20th.
It's the 22nd. That's Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always the best part. The thing I'm always nervous about when it comes to like throwback parties, and I'm nervous about this one too, is my hair.
Right.
And then for this one, for the Disneyland one, I was like, fuck, I'm just wearing long hair.
Yeah.
But then I know one of my favorite bands is My Chemical Romance, and they had a music video that was set in the 40s, and all these dudes have long, crazy hair, but they're able to style it and ponytail it in a way that looks like all
I could see you doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think I would only commit to cutting my hair, and I've said this to Swanee. I was like, if we're gonna do Adam's Family for Halloween,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna be Gomez, I'm gonna do
No,
the Gomez
you
hair.
have. You can still like do a tight
Yeah.
pull back without
Yeah.
having to
Even
cut your
just get a
hair.
wig cap and a
Yeah.
fake one.
Yeah, just get a wig cap. That's
Yeah.
way too glorious of a hair to cut.
Well, I joke that if we are gonna do Adam's Family, I don't want to cut my hair.
Yeah.
I'll be Morticia.
Yeah.
That would be 100% fuck with everybody's head.
Yeah.
I've dressed like a woman before. Oh, hey, you have a little different perspective here. Cha-cha.
It's Cha-cha.
Cha-cha.
Oh, Chacha's been on the show
So-
before.
Well, no, actually she hasn't. And I'll tell you this. I think she just loves Director Isabel. She's been at her the whole time.
Aww. Yeah, but I'm excited. So if you guys would love to go with us, that'd be awesome. We're trying to see who can go with us during the April 22nd.
April
23rd or Sunday,
Sunday.
whatever that Sunday
Sunday
is.
night.
Because April 22nd I'll be at Disneyland, and what I'll have is that's the first time ever that we're going to eat at Blue Bayou.
Oh,
That seems like something that I should have done long
Same
before.
here. I haven't eaten it
23rd.
either.
It's
I
confirmed.
have.
23rd.
Yeah, I have.
April 23rd is
April
a Sunday.
23rd, okay.
Yeah.
Because really,
Yeah.
I remember just every time we go down Ride Pirates, I can't help it. I always have to harass the diners.
Throw
every
me a
time.
roll.
Yeah, well, I know they can't do that anymore.
That was you? That was you? That was harassing?
I would do the same thing. When I go by, I was like, "Are you enjoying your dinner? We are enjoying a boat ride. Oh, you there? That looks delicious." Like I don't say anything that will get me kicked out of the park.
Yeah.
What was that thing that
Star Wars.
Waffle was talking about? Or like, oh yeah, oh that's my uncle.
But it's like that time that you almost got kicked out of Disneyland for being a fascist.
Which will be one of our shirts eventually. I want to make that into a shirt so bad. Fashion. So bad.
So we have throwback night. What else has happened since we last recorded? Okay, so a couple things happened. New ride at Disneyland.
Right. New ride at Disneyland.
So Runway Railway.
I just released it today, the video of us going on it for the first time.
How'd you like it? Was it right?
It was good. It was amazing.
I loved it. I thought
Yeah.
it was so cute.
Ridden it yet?
No, and I don't think I'm gonna write it for like a whole entire year.
Can we pause it? Wait. I'm gonna hit like record that record like.
Yeah, so this is something I just found out on fucking. I'm all mad.
I'm not out too. When I heard about it, you should tell Isabel.
Alright, so-
I was like,
okay,
I could not believe it.
All right, so I get he gets to work, and then we're like chatting and stuff, and he drops a bomb on me about Eric.
Oh my
What happened
god.
to Eric? Go ahead, sir.
I
Tell these
know
fine people.
I'm no longer a magic key holder.
Get the fuck out. So
Get out of the fucking box.
when I told him, I'm like, hey Tony, I don't think I'm gonna renew it. You should have seen the look of disappointment like on his face.
You're on the logo, but you know, I positioned him in such a way where we could just Photoshop him out.
Yeah. Promise that
You just drop Isabel right in there.
Hey, here's the thing. Wait. Care to tell them something?
I'm not renewing my pass either.
Why do you think I'm breaking up with her?
We're going to not very far.
So we are gonna get. So for real, we are actually gonna get a pass for not.
Let's do this one at a time. All right. Without putting.
So
why not?
why? Well, one, the prices did go up like significantly.
Yeah,
that's
they did.
that's one of the big factors that I actually like looked at. One is because I do have a personal trainer now, and it is kind of pricey.
I know, yeah.
It is kind of
I'm
pricey.
looking at my personal trainer. Yeah.
And it's not that I'm close or I'm against like getting it again, but not at this time. For now, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be saving up money for
Walt
Disney World.
Yeah.
So it's up in the air in the future. Yeah, I'm not totally against it.
You brought up solo Disney trips, so and you and we want to wait until you're recording before you went deeper into that. So he was trying to get you to go on your own.
Oh yeah, it was like a few months ago. Like this was like almost a year ago.
Yeah,
actually.
when we first started.
You did tell me to go at Disneyland by myself. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
And I thought you were doing it for all because you went.
I did it.
Yeah.
I did it. I went one time by myself because I like doing things by myself.
Yeah.
I go to conventions, like comic conventions.
Yeah.
I went to Comic-Con by myself in San Diego.
Yeah.
by myself.
WonderCon this weekend.
Well, yeah, I'm going to WonderCon
WonderCon.
this weekend by myself. I went to Disneyland by myself, and I did not enjoy it as much. For me, I need to be with somebody when I'm at Disneyland for me to enjoy it.
Like sharing the fun.
I feel like it's a place where and you have to share it with somebody. But I see you guys going to Disneyland by yourselves. Like Jonas just went yesterday.
I went yesterday for an hour. We'll get to that in a second. But, last pod, Ivan, shout out to Ivan, Adriana's husband, he was talking about going there. And he said, I didn't like it. And the idea was like, it just feels like he felt creepy, I think.
Yeah.
Did you get that feeling like, oh, I'm a 30-year-old man at Disneyland?
No, because like I said, I do things by myself. I go to conventions by myself, so I didn't get that feeling, but I just didn't have as much fun as I should have.
Yeah.
Maybe one thing that I should have, was that one time that I did go, one of the reasons why I got a pass was for the food.
Right, for the food.
So last time that I did go, I wasn't hungry because I ate before I
Oh, so that's what ruined it.
Probably.
That could have
Wow.
been the
That's why
difference.
I hate
that could have been the
Disneyland now.
difference
If you
maker.
hadn't had that fish talk before you walked in, you'd been like, man, it's a good show. You know what? I never knew. Man.
I'm just gonna get a churro from that food truck right
I
there.
was already here like thinking, man, it's like the Food and Wine Festival. That's how Eric V wants to go with me.
That's coming up, yeah.
It's already going. Yeah, it's already going on. And
You know what? I did get to use my pass or my my key or whatever you call it, quite a lot this time around.
Remember,
and I did enjoy it.
You only have to make the most of it. You only have to go 11 times, I think.
Yeah.
For your pass, 11 times is already, you got your money's worth.
Yeah, money's worth.
Each time is like $120 solo ticket. But if we're going on that rubric that you didn't have anyone to go with, why aren't you renewing? You go with this guy. He's right here.
So my reason was because every time we go to Disneyland, we spend a lot.
Oh, okay.
And
so it's more practical.
I'm also saving for Walt Disney World because I want to go to Walt Disney World. Spending money like it's just coming out of my ass.
So whenever I buy merch at Disneyland, I give myself two rubrics, or I keep using that fucking word rubrics, but I'm in school, so I see the word rubric all the time.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, and what it is that I see something, I'm like, I really want it. It's expensive. Is there a chance that if I come next week, it'll be gone? And it's happened with popcorn buckets. It's happened with bigger piece of merch. It happened with a lightsaber because all of a sudden we weren't able to get appointments to make a lightsaber.
Right.
Kyber crystals, they disappeared. But when you go to Disney World, right? When I went, I had to buy things I knew I wouldn't see at Disney.
Yeah.
So yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna go there and be like, I want to buy that Orange Bird thing. Orange Bird, he barely has a presence at our Disneyland.
Yeah.
Or and certain rides and stuff. So yeah, I understand.
Yeah. And I want to eat everything too.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well,
it's
okay.
expensive
Yeah.
here.
I don't think I brought this up at when I was talking about when I went to Disney World, but the food is amazing. It is like even the worst thing I had there, even that wasn't bad. It was just weird. I had like these peanut butter and jelly chicken wings, right? And again, it wasn't bad. It was just weird.
Yeah.
But then everything else was good and a lot cheaper.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm noticing when Tony watches a lot of blogs on or vlogs of Adam DeWoo.
Adam DeWoo.
I'm getting the names right.
Oh wow,
And
you're a Disney nerd now.
And the guy is always talking about like, oh, this cost me like $4.75, and I'm like, here it costs like $9 for that little ice cream that you're enjoying. I know it's cheaper too, but
it's one.
I just
The food
I
is
like
one of the
splurge.
reasons why Epcot was my favorite park, because first off, Epcot has a bunch of different worlds based on countries. So I could have like, oh, this is a good bao, like a barbecue pork bao in the China section, and I walk a few feet down and we're in like Middle East, and like here's a falafel pita wrap, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And then a few feet down after that is like, oh, here's a barbecue rib sandwich.
Well, we were talking because my cousins are drinkers.
Yeah.
They want to drink around the
Shout out
world.
to Stuffy.
Stop it! We miss you, girl. Yeah, but we want to drink around the world, so that's gonna be pretty fun that day too.
we're gonna try.
We're gonna try.
What we saw is they had drinks, of course, like the special drinks, but then they had wine flights everywhere too.
Okay.
So yeah, all right, then I understand. But what happens when you get back? Do you think it's gonna like renew your vigor for getting a pass here, or you'll be like, you know what? Instead of getting that pass, I want to make.
See, that's the hard part because she's telling me that, and I understand her perspective. The money that we have,
Different perspective.
it's hard for me, and I think it's gonna be harder for me to even give it up. That's why I don't think I'll be able to.
And I told her, you don't have to.
Yeah.
I said, I will drop you off. Don't get the one with parking. And I'll pick you up when you're ready.
So,
But here's the thing. You do enjoy going
Yeah.
by yourself.
I do too.
And
I've done
you
it
do-
lots
you've done
of
it?
times,
So-
and it's fun going on rides by yourself too.
yeah,
And
single rider is the fucking best thing in the world.
Yeah.
My family when I went
Yeah.
rides. So before we started the pod, I was talking about a conversation we had with a good friend of ours, coworker. Shout out Dr. Gaga.
Not a G.
Yeah, and then one time when I was at work, I was in my regular department, and then he was talking about Disneyland, and then he was asking me earnestly, like, "Oh yeah, you don't get tired of going?" And I was like, "No, I can't." And I felt like weird talking to a psychiatrist about my obsessions.
Yeah,
I feel like he was like,
You're getting psychoanalyzed.
Tell me more about how much you love Disneyland.
You're like,
how does this make you feel?
Can you walk with me to intake really quick?
I was
Because I want to see the
so
sun.
you can just put me on hold right there. Like,
Come to this room right now.
So you see giant mice. Do they talk to you? Do they tell you to hurt yourself?
Did they ask you to buy you a churro? Maybe.
Yeah, but like I could go for an hour, and I did yesterday, and literally I walk in, I hear the music, I smell the smells, I see the sights, I see Clarabelle Cow, I see Goofy. I got a little selfie with Goofy yesterday, and I feel good.
Yeah.
Once again, when we talk about mental health and how Disney relates to it here, or with our personal situations, just being there makes me happy. Of course, like sometimes I could be like, oh, it'd be funner if my family was here with me, but just, people watching or just being in the whole zone. But again, I understand completely. I know that if I were to ever stop going to Disneyland, it would be purely practical. It would be I'm broke or I'm paralyzed.
Right, one of the two. One of the two.
And one of the other reasons why I'm taking a hiatus from after it expires next month, because I want to do more. I need to do more traveling. Like my bones are itching to travel again.
She's talking about next year and like going to where we're
so
going to go?
It's like up in the air right now because we're talking about we're going to Walt Disney World in October, and I really want to go to Japan, and I also want to do Tokyo Disney and see
That is the carrot that will get them there. Did you want to go to Japan? I know. I was going to Japan.
But I think we're gonna have to push that for maybe another year because I want to go when the cherry blossom trees have blossom, and it's in March, and I'm like, oh, that's really short in a gap.
That's like 5 months maybe.
Sakura.
Go big or go home.
So then I said, okay, well then if we don't do Japan next year, then maybe Paris next year, because I'm dying to go back to Paris.
Oh man,
I know. That's what I was telling her. I would love to go to Disney World and Disney Paris.
Yeah.
Because I just never been.
And once again, further motivation to get the weight down.
Exactly.
Paris is a walking city.
Yeah. It is.
And because I want to walk Paris.
You could get around otherwise, but to just
from the things that you told me about you and Swanee, just and I look at your
around and just find, oh, look at that shop. Let's go sit down and have a coffee here. Let's go sit down and eat some macarons under that tree. Wandering and oh shit, how do we get back to the hotel? I don't know. Jump on. Then that's when we jump on the metro. We're like, we walked to the end of time, and at least we can take this tube right back to our
because I want to go to the Louvre. I want to be able to walk around the whole Eiffel Tower area. I want to be able to just I'm looking at the portrait you have in your staircase, just being able to see the lights and to the coffee shops and whatever it is I can get into, because I don't know, I've always thought that was such a beautiful, fascinating city, and the food and stuff like that too. I mean, there's just a lot.
But now
I'm excited.
You're taking the necessary steps in order for you to move forward.
Oh, of course, I have to, because I'm not getting any younger, and things are going to get older, and if I don't make a choice now, it's going to get worse. I feel like it's going to get worse.
Well, again, we're all behind you.
Yeah, we're all behind you. Everybody at work is behind you.
What do you call it? The ketone diet?
You're going to be in the ketone diet.
So I went to Disneyland yesterday. I was there for an hour. I was at work. These two came in after I had a real rough, busy day, and then I almost didn't want to go. But I was like, I had a rough day. I want to make the most of it. I went for an hour. I went specifically because Runway Railway opened. Within was it just last week?
Just this weekend. Toontown opened.
So Toontown, the new revamped Toontown opened. I already watched walkthrough videos of it. And I just want to see with my own eyes. But I specifically wanted to pick up this guy.
Oh, that is so cute.
So this is a model of the ride vehicles at Runway Railway. It's remote control, and the cool thing about it, it has 2 carts with Donald and Mickey and Minnie and Daisy and was there Goofy in there, and it follows the main locomotive just like the real car. Like it's not wired.
We saw the video. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Part of the reason why I bought it was because I couldn't find video of it. I'm not kidding. I was like, I want to see how that fucking works.
All right.
So I went there to buy this, and I was very self-conscious about it because I bought it, and it's pricey. And everywhere, when I took it out of the store, it's at Engineers right next to the ride. Everywhere I walked, people were watching me. And then, like, on my way from the store to the exit, people kept stopping me about it and asking to look at it and stuff, and I felt like so shitty. I was like, oh yeah, sometimes you gotta splurge, okay, bye. But then I got this, and I haven't opened it yet, just in case Swanee, my wife, finds out and has me return it. She'll find out when she listens, and she doesn't listen, so it's okay.
Yes!
Well, maybe you can do a walkthrough video of it.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't find any video, so maybe you're gonna be the guy.
It fucking sucks. But then on the lower end of the spectrum, I got this guy. It's so cute.
Oh,
this is a popcorn bucket that they sell at the popcorn cart right next to now Chip and Dale's Gadget Go Coaster.
Right.
And it's modeled to be prop box from the movie theater where you ride Runway Railway. It says El Capuchin Theater, hot fresh popcorn, yummy. Over here, ingredients: popcorn and some other stuff, probably some salt in there.
That is pretty cute. I like that.
Here's the thing: I walked out holding this popcorn bucket and the train, and then out of nowhere, this older dude just taps on the shoulder, and he's like, "Hey, let me ask you something. Did you happen to buy any Power Limes candy?" And I was like, "Power Limes candy?" So I guess they have a prop candy in the queue for Runway Railway.
Right.
That's based on the Goofy movie called, and then instead of Power Lines, it's Power Limes. And I was like, oh no, I didn't know they had, like, I thought it was just a prop. Like, no, they sell the actual candy, but someone bought it all. All right. And then I was like, all right, see you later. I was like, did he look at me, seeing all this stuff, and think I was like some kind of toy scalper and shit? Yeah, now from that moment on, I kept getting stopped, so I thought that everyone was like, that motherfucker used to buy that, put on eBay.
Yeah. He's not a real Disney fan.
Yeah, look at that guy. No, it's for me. I like toys. I'm sick.
Look at that guy.
Don't judge me.
But I didn't even get to ride Runway Railway because it shut down when I got there.
Oh, was there a queue at all before you got there?
I when I was driving up, it was. I was looking at the time. It's like 70 minutes, 6 minutes. Oh, great. That's not too bad. And when I got there, I checked the map again, and it had that line over it says temporarily closed. And I still want to get out of there early so I could get home and then play Mario Kart with my family. So I'm like the 1 hour mark. I was like, all right, time to run back to the car. But the next time I'm going after this will be my family.
Okay.
My family from New York.
They're coming down. Nice.
So my brothers, my cousins from San Diego. We're all having like a family reunion for my aunt, who's like the matriarch of the family now, the oldest living member of the family. It's her birthday in April, so we're all gonna meet up and go to Disneyland. And
that is so cool. That's the 22nd.
No, that's actually
just you guys.
The 13th.
Oh, 13th. Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be there on Thursday the 13th after work.
Okay, awesome. That's gonna be so cool, dude. Just with you and their family.
I've talked before about bringing family out of town to Disneyland.
Yeah,
but thankfully they'll be there for several hours before I get there.
So I want to thank Isabel on this one because how you just talking about bringing in family. So I have my godson Mikey, which is Sylvia's son. So I'm his godfather through baptism. So I love him so much, and the problem is that he's been in Vegas this whole time, almost the whole time. But he lived here in Alhambra for a while, then he moved to Vegas. So it was kind of hard because I know that he really has a lot of he cares about me and I care about him a lot, and it's so hard to do things for him when he's at a distance. How
old is he?
He is gonna be 20. Oh my god,
22 or 23.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's older now. Yeah, of course. But he has the same amount of love for Disney as we all do, and all this stuff. So I was talking to Isabel 2 months ago, and I was like, hey, I know I haven't really done too much for him, but I want to do something for him. And I was thinking, what do I do? And I was like, you know what? Because he hasn't had a pass in a while either. I was like, I want to take him to Disneyland. And then she's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, I'll take him to Disneyland. I'll buy his ticket. She goes and does a step further and buys his plane ticket to come down.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, why? You don't have to. Because she's actually gotten really close to Sylvia, which is his mom. And we hung out with them recently when when we were in Vegas and they come out. We have a really great time. So it's we want to do something for him. So I'm actually going to see if I can actually set up because I want him to see if he can get a lightsaber done that day too. Man. So that'd be a great birthday present in a good way. That's going to be June 2nd.
Yeah. All right.
June 2nd. It'll be a Friday. So if you still have your pass on a Friday afternoon, if you want to meet us there, we're going to be there.
I don't want to walk on your
No. You're good. Trust me. We're having a good.
Hey, what's up? You call me.
He watches them and he hears the podcast. So yeah.
Is he an actual
Mikey? Shout out to Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey.
Is he an actual Star Wars fan, or are you?
No, he loves Star Wars.
Yeah.
No, he loves Star Wars.
So you're
he
not
loves Marvel.
Yeah, you're not
He's
like
a big
me.
skateboarder. I'm always seeing him grind. He's awesome. He knows his craft when it comes to skateboarding. He's always doing skateboarding videos. He actually has the inspiration. He makes funny videos through Vegas with his friends. Yeah. I forgot the name. Next time I'll say it on the podcast. I promise, Mikey.
The video just.
I'll put it up there. I'll put it up here somewhere down there somewhere. Yeah. But he just makes these videos where they'll dress up as bunnies and they'll be walking down the strip or something like that, causing a scene, being stupid. And he's made some just he's.
What if he pulls some prank shit while you're with him? Get you banned.
Oh, no. Yes. I don't think he'll do that though.
Yes.
I don't think he'll do that.
Guys, me and my godfather gonna rip off Mickey's head. Yeah. His name is Tony. Tackle him.
He's from the Mousetopia podcast. Legally, you can't make that podcast anymore.
So speaking of Star Wars, Eric has started watching the Star Wars movies.
I did
in earnest, not just
since I think it's
Phantom Menace.
Yeah, so the last time I watched the first movie, A New Hope, was I would say 2001 or 2002.
Okay, so
yeah, and I had, of course, back then I had a different perspective because I just watched the first episode or episode 1.
Yeah.
I had a different, like I said, perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a child.
Yes. I was a child. And this time I'm trying to keep an open mind just to watch a movie. And you know what? It's not as bad as I remember it.
All right.
Yeah, it's not as bad as I remember it. But fucking Darth Vader's a dork. He's so disappointing. They don't respect him. Nobody respects him in the first movie. Not even his subordinates. Everybody disrespects him. It doesn't matter. He has to choke somebody in order to get respect. I'm like, what the hell? It's a different character.
So he brought this up while I was leaving to work one time, and I have to hold my tongue because I gotta get home. But honestly, that's rough. Choking someone. Remember, this is 1977. So then just seeing this guy come in and just dead on the floor, throw him against the wall, dead. That's brutal. Now it's not brutal like Kenobi Darth Vader was, where he's fucking, I love that clip again. Snap. Okay. From his dad. Yeah, but then again, it was pretty brutal, I think, in 1977 standards.
For their standards, not for our standards. Our standards, we're pretty much...
but it's looking at a different character because he was so much more chatty. There's no mystery behind him. I just didn't feel that from him. Well, I'm going to watch the second one, so I'll give you my perspective on that.
Well, we talked second, you mean Empire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Empire is, man.
A lot of people's favorite. A lot of people's favorite.
It's considered the best Star Wars movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
But like I said, the first time I ever saw New Hope, I hated it. I hated it. Like I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this again.
So here's a weird thing that happened to me. I used to hate The New Hope.
Really?
Yeah. Like right when it was before the prequels.
Yeah.
When it was just Star Wars, and we just called it Star Wars. It wasn't Star Wars.
Yeah.
Strikes Back, or Return of the Jedi. I always preferred. Actually, my favorite was Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
I didn't like Empire because it was sad, and then I thought that A New Hope was boring. But then when I got older, I love New Hope so much more because you can see how they're building towards it.
Like the progression of the
You can
characters.
see, like, yeah, especially like, I want to go on Tosh Station, power converters. To the very end, like, I will not fight you, Father. You know, like that's Luke. Like, yeah, coming of age. It's becoming a man.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is that finally, that cycle, or not cycle, that progression, it doesn't end with, Rise of Skywalker. It ends with, in my opinion, The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian, when Luke comes to get Grogu on that ship and kills all those robots, or those, what are they called? Death Troopers?
The Death Troopers,
That's what they're called. Mandalorian started. Have you guys been watching?
Yes, we have.
We've been watching it.
Yeah.
The last episode was really. You haven't watched?
I have not watched it, but
Did
I
you ever
do.
continue through?
But
I thought you said you were gonna.
But I do train with a stormtrooper.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let's make sure that you said that he has like an NDA.
He can't. I believe he can't talk about it, but I will. I haven't trained with him in a while. I think I'm gonna see him tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll try to talk to him about it tomorrow.
Let him know that you're in the podcast, and it's like you don't have to.
So for
say your
those who don't know, I do train with somebody. So I train with my personal trainer, but sometimes there's a person that jumps in, so I train with him. So he's gonna be my training partner, and he actually is a stormtrooper for the show, The Mandalorian, and also
The Book of Boba Fett.
Book of Boba Fett.
The real question is, can he get Pedro Pascal's number for us?
Yeah, I know.
Just tell him.
Sugar Daddy's number, please. Space Daddy.
I love Space Daddy.
I love Pedro Pascal. I love that guy.
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't really asked him to be a part of the show, but I just we don't want it to that they have an NDA.
Yeah.
So I'll talk to him tomorrow.
Hey, you know how it circles back? It circles back to how Jonas was dressed because he did that skit on SNL. Pedro Pascal. Oh, I love that skit.
Yeah.
That was so good. It's me, Marty.
Oh yeah, this.
And here I am, talking so much shit about Darth Vader, how he's a dork. And look what kind of shirt I'm wearing.
Takes one to know one.
We're all just fucking hypocrites on this show.
Hey, welcome to the Mousetopia podcast.
Hey, you know what? But Darth Vader on that Obi-Wan show was
top notch.
Yeah.
He was badass.
Badass. One of the best characters, ever in a TV show.
Villain, right?
Yeah,
Just
villain.
If we're gonna talk about continuity, then you can imagine him. He was that evil then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, very
Early,
soon
yeah.
after he became Darth Vader. But by the time you saw him in A New Hope, he was probably I can't believe I killed that kid in front of his dad. maybe I should just use my words first. Oh, my words didn't work. Okay, I guess I gotta crack some skulls.
Yeah.
Or maybe all of the the Imperial workers are he's just gonna choke someone out anyways.
Hey, did you ever watch that one bit? It was a Saturday Night Live skit.
With Adam Driver.
Yeah. Undercover Boss.
I watched that one. I love that one.
Something like that.
Matt Radar technician.
So just real quick, guys. So we're recording now on the camera because this bad boy, I think we're out of battery. Aww.
Oh no! All
Since
right.
when?
Then we can
It's
put
right
this down.
now.
Are we still recording there?
Are we still recording there though? I want to make sure. And she's gonna look. We're gonna look. Hopefully it's still working. It's still going, baby?
This is
Yes.
It's still going! Hey, okay.
Wait, do we know? Did this just stop right now?
It just stopped right now.
Do you want to just throw in some batteries right now so we don't have to go that far off?
Yeah, so we can just cut it.
Do you want me to stop it?
All right. Hey,
No, leave it on.
Yeah, it'll be part of it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
So it should be in the backpack.
So part of the reason why we haven't had a commercial break is because the old camera that we usually use
It's fucking up.
it's fucking up, and we can only record for 30 minutes at a time. That's why we have those commercial breaks.
So we have this ongoing theme of me killing Tony,
Yeah.
towards the end of the episode. I feel like this is a an ongoing theme as well.
Right.
We have technical difficulties. Fucking camera.
Fucking this.
Yeah.
Fucking that. I always hate that. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. It's what makes it. You know,
Hold on,
a little bit
Bam.
more natural.
I'll get a battery.
if
we really have to, then we'll do the commercial break right
now.
Hey everybody, it's me, your favorite food character. You already know who it is. Right now, I'm listening to the best podcast out there, the Mousetopia ENT podcast. You can find them on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere you can hear podcasts. But right now, I need food.
Boom. We're back from commercial. Was it technical difficulties?
We kept the iPhone recording for a little bit.
Yeah.
Before we realized we better stop this. You gonna keep that in?
I'm gonna try. I'll see if I can keep it.
It's part of the
It was
magic.
pretty funny though. We got a free commercial too on that one.
Oh my
I don't
god.
even know what we're talking about. We're talking about Star Wars. We're talking about Star Wars.
Yeah, we're talking about Star
Yeah.
Wars. How I'm a hypocrite for
Damn hypocrite.
Keep going. That's it. Keep going. We haven't talked about. We didn't talk about Andor. I loved it. I don't want to dig into it. It's too old. But if you haven't finished Andor, go back through that because it really is one of the best pieces of Star Wars I've seen in a long time. I don't think I had a chance to say this on the pod. If I had, then let me know, and I'll just.
And
blame my poor
we
memory.
haven't even gone past episode 2. 3?
I didn't even finish. I didn't even start two.
The thing
It's a slow burn,
I've
right?
been telling everyone about it that the reason why it's great is that the more you watch it, you forget it's Star Wars.
Okay.
It just becomes a very intriguing story about politics, and not in a boring way, like about how not everything is black and white.
Okay.
It's about heroes who do bad things,
Right.
and that's what I really, really love.
We don't have a chance to visit that a lot when it comes to Star Wars because you got to think about even in real world situations. Let's talk about not even talking about World War II, but let's talk about it really, really quick. The U.S. forces had to do horrible things to get passed by certain things to make things work.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure every single faction of what we call the good guys had to do something bad to make something good.
Yeah.
So of course
Necessary
necessary evil. So when you look back at I'm glad that sometimes pop culture touches on things like that. Like when they talked about Captain America and like how in the first Avengers movie and how he's saying, I read about, Captain America, your first, what you guys did, and he's all like, you guys weren't, they weren't all cut, they weren't all clean, they weren't, they had to do
was black. It's okay.
it was a necessary evil, right? It had to happen, So same thing with this. Like we know that, and I'm glad that they touched on that basis that even the rebels had to do something to make things good.
We had a little bit of it when Rogue One came out. You haven't seen Rogue One, right?
I haven't seen Rogue One.
So Rogue One is where the character Cassian Andor came from, or I guess his first appearance. And the show is just about how Cassian Andor got from how he became
Who he is
the
at the end.
hero, quote unquote hero in Rogue One. I don't want to spoil it, but
Yeah.
it's really compelling.
So I do have a question though. So you talk about all these shows about Star Wars, all these movies.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like there's an oversaturation of it at this point?
I think Star Wars has it better than what's going on with the Marvel shows.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to get at too.
Because see, like when it comes to the Marvel shows, there's a ton of Marvel shows and also a ton of Marvel movies. Star Wars movies are metered out, and then when you think about how many Star Wars series they've been, it's not much. Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, which was essentially a Mandalorian, and then Andor.
What about the animated shows that they've had in the past? Are they considered canon?
They are.
They are canon. And actually, a lot of the Star Wars heads love those shows. Like, the Clone Wars. They love Clone Wars. They love...
Yeah, my brother's a big fan of
They said that it was really well written. We get to know a little bit more of other species when it comes to, like... That's when we get more of the Mandalorians in there. We get more...
That lore came from those shows.
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka story, yeah.
The reason why Mandalorian is so good is because Dave Filoni, who ran all the cartoons, writes on these shows, produces these shows. But yeah, Marvel. And again, we talked about Marvel representation before. Well, first off, I didn't watch Ant-Man yet. And it wasn't because of lack of motivation. It really has been time.
Just time.
I've had a couple busy weeks since it came out. But then I was listening to a podcast just today where they started talking about Ant-Man, and I had to stop it because I didn't want spoilers. But then they made a crack where like, oh, did you see Mandalorian? I'm like, yeah. Oh, so you were the one. Why do they keep saying Mandalorian? All right. They said, have you seen Ant-Man?
Yeah, man.
And they're like, oh yeah, I did. I'm like, oh, so you were the one who saw it. I guess no one watched Ant-Man?
No. It was the #1 movie that weekend as well. So I mean, it did good. They're still bringing people in. It's so hard. I watched it. We watched it. Spoiler free. It was entertaining.
You said you liked it more than me. Or no, you said that.
That's why I smiled right now.
So that's why I can't trust your word.
Can you blame a man who just came from a freaking buffet lunch at a steak place?
We went on a man date. We went on a bro date.
Teardrop's like, Ant-Man was great, but why? It was only 45 minutes long.
So I was talking to Wapo about it, and then he said and then I told him that you thought it was great, but he said that because he knows that you fell asleep. And he's like, maybe he just dreamt about the good.
Oh wait, Wapo didn't like it?
Yeah, no, he did. I think he did.
I did watch Wakanda Forever finally.
Okay.
I really loved it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a lack of interest of watching it. Was that the reason why you didn't watch it?
Yeah, when we were talking
about Chadwick, right? Chadwick, you thought Chadwick was the main focus.
I thought it was respectful. That was what I was concerned about, whether or not it'd be disrespectful. And it was a movie about them coming to terms with
losing him.
But then it became, spoilers. About the mom dying, and poor Shuri, everything's gone. I gotta do my best. I love Riri Williams.
Yeah,
she's such a great character. I love Namor. I really. Namor.
Namor.
And then we were talking on last pod with Adriana and Ivan about the Hispanic aspect. If that made it that it wanted them to motivate them to watch it, and they're like, not really. Yeah, but I thought, and I'm not Hispanic, but then I see that
it was pretty interesting. I think it was a good.
I like
that. It made me. It sparked more of an interest towards me.
Yeah,
because I do love that aspect of the history of my ancestors and that, because I know that both my grandfathers are indigenous to the land, so it's like I know that. That maybe not necessarily Mayan, they could be another tribe. I don't know what they were technically, but just to know that aspect, and then seeing my culture there in the sense of being represented, I think that was actually pretty badass to me.
And then Wapo shared the same sentiment. He did make a comment on one of our posts about it. He was proud of that.
It was nice to see more representation, and also we have the same last name, so that was even cooler. My cousin, my primo.
Where's my tickets at?
When I was watching in the movie itself, they were, Namor's people, and seeing them being fucking brutalized by the Spaniards.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what happened.
That's what happened.
Yeah, I really like that movie.
Not as much as Apocalypto, but they were like that.
Apocalypto hurts.
Yeah,
I'll admit this. I've never seen Apocalypto in full. But I've watched
bits and pieces
of the of the raids. And
stuff. Yeah. Wow, God. And that's not even the Spaniards at the end. It's just tribe against tribe, and how it probably used to be, and it's probably the truth, how they used to, fight for dominance in the region. So yeah, it's crazy. So, but I can see that I love that part. Going back to the movie, I love that part. The part of them and their underwater civilization, and how it mimicked the upper world civilization with the pyramids and everything like that. The headdress, his headdress is freaking badass, dude. The way he sits down in his chamber of the shark teeth, oh, dude, I just loved it. I just love that.
So again, now that we have a character that represents a whole nation of people, we're gonna see a bunch of this Halloween's gonna be nuts. We're gonna see a bunch of dudes wearing speedos, completely buffed out. That should be your Halloween goal. Rock that shit.
Grow a man bun and rock a little green shorts.
Get that shit.
And a little gold belt. We got it.
What else? All right. So what's next for Marvel then? It's Guardians
of the Galaxy, which I am bittersweet about it.
Fix? Do you think because people seem to be turning on Marvel lately? No, I'm kidding. I am a Marvel fan. I'm not a Marvel hater.
It makes me sad because I'm gonna throw one to Eric. I am so excited about the Batman Flash. I call it Batman movie, but it's Flash.
It's a Batman movie.
It's a Batman movie, but it's Flash. The Flash. I heard so many good things about it. The trailer looks amazing. I think they even gave it to Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise he saw like a private
they showed
screening
him just to like get. But why is Tom Cruise?
Because he's part of the Warner Brothers crew, the Maverick and stuff like that. So he was able to get the movie, and he loved it. He said so. I mean, a lot of great things are coming from that camp right now. DC, but then again, at the same time though, there is this like hidden war between DC, and we'll get to it later because Zack Snyder's like.
Well, no,
posting stuff too.
Right now,
Zack Snyder's posting stuff about the original Justice League that he bought out, and he's gonna make an announcement in the next couple of days.
Yeah,
but what do you think it is?
People are just speculating whether it's gonna be a convention, or he's gonna do his own project. I know that Ben Affleck is talking shit about DC.
Yeah, I read that interview.
Yeah,
that he doesn't want to do anything with James Gunn.
Yeah, for James Gunn.
I respect him, but he fucked us over basically.
Yeah,
or Henry Cavill.
Cavill.
So,
but to be honest, DC did need that major, makeover.
Hey, sometimes you just need something to change, and maybe this is what it needed to change.
I'll tell you, like, the Suicide Squad was the first DC movie that I fucking loved. So maybe it's the kick in the pants that it needs. And you told me that it's Flashpoint.
It's gonna be Flashpoint, so it's gonna be
it's a good reason to start all over.
Yeah, because that's what they did with the comic books. I think 2011 they created Flashpoint in order for them to move forward with the new 52, which is a reset of the DC universe. But they've had a reset since then, so they reset it with Rebirth.
I didn't do that often. I mean,
they do that.
I mean, what did Marvel do with it? They did Secret Wars, so it's like, it's just different.
But I love the new 52. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm excited for this, because I love the new 52 because DC was kind of getting too confusing. So the restart was needed, especially for me.
So Black Adam failed, right? I didn't watch Black Adam. Did you watch it?
I did, but for I guess for critics, they're saying that they didn't like it, but the audience score is like really high. But then again, it doesn't matter. It's not going to move forward with anything.
Yeah, because he's left for a platform.
And I think that's the reason why right now the Shazam movie is failing, because most people know that's going nowhere anyways.
Yeah, they're not gonna make it, and it's over right there. They're making it their little.
I really love the first Shazam.
It was really good. That's one of my favorites.
And people are shitting on it.
Yeah, and I was excited for that one too, because remember at the end of the first Shazam. He brings out. I mean, it's not Henry Cavill, but you could tell it's Superman.
It's Superman, yeah,
and you're like, oh man, like I was waiting to see, Black Adam, Superman, Henry Cavill, Superman, Shazam, just kind of all going in the same universe. But then again,
they even spoiled the cameo for this one in their trailer. Yes, so they even spoiled it. Like, so it's not even like they're like here
because they're probably like, come on guys, let's go.
Come watch the movie.
Come on. She's beautiful. Come on, she's tough.
But going back to Marvel, so this is gonna be James Gunn's last project,
with Marvel.
Yeah, and it's the trailer looks amazing.
Yeah,
and it's like
full of tears.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'm ready for that.
I know. Like who's gonna go? Who's not?
The second one got to me too.
Yeah,
so and then after that, we saw.
I cried like a baby after the second one.
Yeah. Next was the Captain America movie. Is that the one?
No. This would be. Is it the Marvels?
The Marvels.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
I'm
Marvels.
hearing stuff about the Marvels too. That it's all catfighty. Like I read that Brie Larson was all pissed off that it's not called Captain Marvel 2, and that she's fighting with that one lady from
WandaVision?
From WandaVision. What's her character's name? Monica Rambeau.
Monica Rambeau.
See, this is how lost we are when
because it's
the black one.
Cancel.
But honestly, the movie I'm most excited for right now, Super Mario Brothers. I'm sorry. So I went on vacation last week, and I went to it was a road trip up California coast, and then we stopped at a bunch of different haunted mansions,
which was awesome.
Yeah. So back to Disney, we went to the Winchester Mystery House.
Okay.
Which, if you don't know, is a mansion built by the widow of the person who invented the Winchester repeating rifle. And the story behind this mansion in San Jose is that her husband died, her sister died, mom died, and she felt she was cursed. And then she built this mansion with her for like 25 years. She had workers always on site, and she would say, I want to add a room here, I want to add a room here. So then you go to this mansion, and then it's huge. But then there's weird things like doors that lead to nowhere, or windows in the floor, or windows that lead to brick walls. And you take a tour through this place. There's literally a door that leads to outside. Like you walk off a 13-foot drop. They put plexiglass and shit, but yeah.
What?
And the tour guide, wonderful man named Damien. Shout out to Damien.
So Damien.
But he mentioned first off he mentioned he was a big Haunted Mansion fan, and it was one of the places that Walt went to for inspiration.
Oh wow!
Yeah. But we went up the coast. We went to Hearst Castle. I don't think it's a haunted mansion. It's a big.
No, but it's a beautiful castle. Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. We went to this hotel called it's called the Hayes Mansion, which was a mansion that was dilapidated, bought by Hilton, and renovated into a hotel.
Wow.
Haunted. And we're supposed to go to Yosemite, but it was snowing, so we didn't go to Yosemite, and we changed our plans last minute. And the plan was to go back down to Hollywood and go to Universal Studios. And finally go to Super Nintendo Land.
Yeah.
Now, shout out to one of our coworkers, Andrew.
So Mac?
Yeah, he went there before me.
Okay.
And he gave me his review, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's fun, but it's only like an afternoon." I went there and I was transfixed. I loved it, and we were there for an afternoon. I can't wait to go back, and I think it's because of the age gap.
Right.
I think he's like 33 or 34. 33. Yeah, I'm 40, and from day one, Super Mario Brothers was the first video game I ever played.
Right. Same here.
And Super Mario as a character has been in my life at different moments up until now. Like I could recount. Okay, when I played Super Mario World for Super Nintendo, that's when I got my pubes.
Yeah.
When I played Super Mario Galaxy, that's when me and Ivy were fighting over me checking out some girl at our Christmas dinner. Right. So now that Super Nintendo Land is there, and I see it, and it's like my childhood come to life. And the sounds and the music and all that. It was pouring rain and freezing, and a big part of that ride or that land is you buy a wristband and you interact with certain things, but they have what's called boss fights. So there's these events that you line up for, and then you defeat an enemy, and then you get a digital key that you put on your app. And once you get 3 of those keys, you can engage in the final boss battle, which is like this. I already spoiled it for myself, but it's like this cool, like augmented reality fight with Bowser Jr. And I wait in line for one of them with Audrey in the pouring rain, and then they were like, "Oh, let's go," and I was like, "Oh, but okay." So I plan on going back.
I would have been like, you guys go ahead. I'll catch up.
Did you guys buy the bracelets?
I bought one. Because
I'm the only one.
Yeah, it's not like a Harry Potter wand where at the end of it you have like a cool collectible. It's a slap bracelet.
Yeah.
And I was like, if the kids really want to use it, I'll just put it on them and then hook up to my app. But I got the bracelet. And yeah, it's been Mario, non-stop Mario in my house since then. Like,
that is so cool.
I had to buy the toys. We would play Mario Kart every night. And then my daughter she was, what? I want to know what all the fuss is all about. She started playing video games more. I found the original Super Mario Brothers, so she played on Switch. And at first she was like kind of annoyed, but then she would start playing it, and I was like, oh yeah. And it's like, Daddy, I like that. And I'm like, I want to play Yoshi's Crafted World. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Super Mario. I bought this literally to wear to when I watch the movie.
Oh, that's cool.
I just want to fucking. I'm not even going like on a we're gonna go to the fucking El Capitan or anything. I'm just going to like fucking AMC across the street. I'll be dressed like
You're gonna be one ticket, please. And they're like, for what? They're like, for what? And then they pan on to you, and you're like,
oh my god. Oh, for Shazam, Fury of the Gods, of course.
Oh my god. When did that movie come out again? The Super
April 5th.
April 5th.
God damn it.
We're 2 weeks away.
So what do you think of Chris Pratt, like, voicing Mario?
So there was always a big stink about Chris Pratt in the beginning. I've only heard little bits and pieces, and I hear him kind of like, it's me. And I'm like, oh, come on. Then I hear, oh, Luigi. And part of me is like, maybe that's racist?
Nah.
I mean,
well, the original voice actor, the
Charles
one
Martinet?
Yeah, like, that's not how he usually talks.
No.
Well, all right, to be fair, Charles Martinet, he's only had to say 3 things. He's only had to say, it's me, Mario, hello, and hello. Oh.
That was perfect.
Do you think they like try to cast him or asked him like, hey, can you read some of these lines? And they were like, oh.
I think they needed. I think they needed a bigger star.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like I know Chris Pratt has been getting it on all ends. My buddy Tommy, I hung out with this week. Shout out Tommy. He was telling me about this, all the bullshit that he's been seeing or hearing about Chris Pratt. So that's the only bummer about it. That like, oh, Chris Pratt's kind of like unpopular right now. But again,
he's popular to hate.
Yeah. So, but then when I'm looking at that, I'm just looking at Mario.
Okay.
I mean, wait. Thinking even back at the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer, not a lot of Chris Pratt in there, right?
No, there is not a lot of Chris Pratt in there.
Maybe they know too, but I don't know. I like the guy.
I don't know. I have nothing against the guy.
At least he's gone after this.
I know.
There goes our subscriber count.
Oh, guys.
We're winding down.
I think we're winding down for sure.
You can tell that Tony's like on his last 5% right now. You can like with his eyes he's yawning.
No.
And I just want to press this low power mode right now. Yeah, there you go. To give him a little bit more
we
energy.
have a lot. All right, so just to start looking to the near future.
Yes, we have a lot of good things happening.
The next pod is going to be a big one. You know?
I hope.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is going to be a good one. I mean, we could tell them, right, or no?
Well,
Should we get them prepared for it?
Well,
or?
I kind of don't want it to be like, like we set up and they're like, oh shit, I think they're going to interview fucking Josh Gad. Like,
Yeah.
You told a secret.
Oh, yeah.
Don't say it!
Josh Gad! Mousetopia!
Podcast. Yeah!
Frozen's Olaf. No,
we're trying to get a great guest coming.
Yeah, we have a great guest coming up. And then the Adventure Market's spinning out there again. It's going to be in May 6th?
May 6th.
May 6th. Same place, same time. 12 to 4. Well, I think it's gonna be 12 to 4. We don't know. We might not be there to record again. We'll see. I mean, it'd be nice.
All right, so I'll look to. Well, fuck it. I don't want the same thing to happen last time. Well, last time I was on vacation. If I'm working that day, I'm gonna call.
That's our weekend. That's our weekend off. I think.
Is it?
It's our first weekend. Yeah, because the way I think about it is the last weekend of April we're on. Mm-hmm. The next week, which would be that weekend, we're off.
In that case, fuck it, get a table.
You sure?
Let's do it again.
Oh, we'll do it again.
Yeah.
So then we're gonna be live.
Yeah.
We're gonna be there.
We're gonna be there.
We can get a bigger. You see this time?
Yeah. We should get a bigger.
Before we head out, I just want to give a quick update with regards to what happened last time we were at the Adventure Market. We only got like a few minutes left. Jonas gave me the dagger.
Right.
Like last time, the Dragon Dagger. Yeah. And my mission was to get the Pink Ranger to sign it.
Yes.
So it was successful. And then
send me the picture. Send me the picture that you can. So you can remind me.
this
Put them up here somewhere.
Yeah, Tony's gonna put it up
here
over
somewhere.
here. I managed to get the autograph. I made her emotional. I did show it to her. At first I showed her the action figure. I had her sign it, the one that I had when I was a kid, and then I told her that the next one was gonna be a little bit weird. She's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "It's gonna be a little bit weird because it's not your."
She's like,
What do you mean?
sign my dick, please.
No,
it's my dagger.
my dragon dagger. So I showed her the Green Ranger dagger. So I showed her the Green Ranger dagger, opened it, and you could tell like she started getting emotional.
Yeah. For the uninformed, the Pink Ranger and the Green Ranger
were a thing on the show. And they're outside out of the show. They're actually really good friends.
They're really good friends. So she signed it, and she also wrote a note on it saying "Pink and Green forever," which is fucking awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so,
That's so cute.
I know it is really.
That's just
cute.
a quick little update with regards to that.
Hey, well, try to get the others, man.
I will. I'm trying to get
Walter
all
Jones,
the
Jason
original.
Isn't
Power
there
Rangers.
just really quick? Isn't there a Power Rangers 30-year anniversary thing? Did it already pass?
No, it's gonna be a Power Morphicon, and it's gonna be in Pasadena.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
So the Black Ranger and the Blue Ranger is coming out on that one.
Is the Red Ranger still a holdout?
I think so. I haven't seen nothing about that one. For him.
I think he's still signing.
Oh,
He's still signing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I heard rumors about Bad Under the Sun trying to release the white dragon. His last movie.
Wait, so I was asking a little bit about it's just he's basically starring as his own fan movie.
Yeah, so it's not it's not affiliated with the Power Rangers. I believe that he wanted a standalone Green Ranger, White Ranger movie, but it got denied.
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of made his own movie. It's not.
Was it completed?
Yes, it was completed.
Okay, cool.
They're just waiting to release it.
Yeah, there's editing and I think to release it. So that's so cool though.
Alright.
Guys, it was awesome to hang out with you guys again. It's been a while, and I'm hoping that. Oh man, I'm so excited for the one in April. You cannot wait. Hopefully that one comes through. A lot of changes going to happen. Hopefully within a month, we'll see what happens. Maybe this will be a little.
Keep it going, man. Keep it going.
Got to keep it going again. Thank you guys for being here
You
again.
can catch Eric and I at Knott's Berry Farm starting this spring. Yeah!
Knott's Berry Farm.
Snoop the fuck out of my house.
Snooptopia.
Oh, did you guys plan that?
And on that note, I want to cancel them now. All right, guys. We'll see y'all later. Everything is fascist. Bye, guys. Bye.
Death certificate. If you decide to join us, be sure to bring your death certificate